Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, or whatever time it might be from where you're listening. Welcome. Thank you for joining in these prayers. And we welcome you to Ananda Assisi's Temple of Light. And I'm Maya Devi. This is my husband, Helmut. And we are living here since pretty much the very beginning. So by now it's 33 years, something like this. And Helmut will guide us in a prayer.
Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Lord Jesus Christ, Baba Ji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, Amato Guru, Paramahansa Yogananda Ji, saints and sages of all religions, we bow to you all in gratitude and humbleness. Beloved Lord, be in this world, fill it with your light, fill it with your grace, and fill it with healing power, so it may be sound and safe. Om Pace. Amen.
I think you can speak louder. It won't disturb me. So, these times, as we all know, are interesting times, difficult times, totally new times that no one could foresee, no one could even imagine. And it seems governments, scientists, people everywhere had no idea that something like this could come. And if you read all the blogs, the messages, the interviews, the news, you get a lot of different input. And I must say, it is disturbing me how often nowadays it is populistic, polarizing, it is nationalistic, and sometimes quite bad. And it is disturbing to see this kind of consciousness starting to expand ever more. And then it's beautiful to see the stories of people who go out of their way to help. Organizations, people, governments who do great things, who think of others first and not themselves. Master, long time ago, he talked about the consciousness, us for, no more. The small family, me first, my family first, my country first. And then to see people who say, how can I help? How can I do whatever is needed to help? So many volunteers, so many people love expanding. And we, as devotees, we are called to make choices. We are called to be warriors of the light, to be beacons of light. And you know, if you think of a beacon, it's standing there alone at a lonely stretch of coast, sending out strong rays in the darkness. It's a light in the darkness. And it sends out these strong rays over all these dangerous and sometimes troubled waters, so that ships, people can navigate They can navigate around dangerous spots. They can find their way home. And the stronger the light, the further away people can still see it and be guided by it. And so, how can we be strong beacons of light in these troubled times? You know, even in normal times as devotees, we're trying to be very aware of our thoughts, of our mental diet, of our energy, of our deeds. And we're trying to keep it ethical, good, dharmic. And I think in these times, we need to think double and triple and pay a lot of attention that everything we feel, we think, we say, we do, expresses the highest that we are capable of expressing. We want to be a positive influence. We want to shine strong, wonderful, spiritual light into this world. I remembered Arjuna's sister Paula, who died, I should say, by now a long time ago. And when she was battling with cancer, she said a beautiful thing. She said, I cannot allow even the smallest negative thought or thing to be in my life. Everything has to be beautiful, positive, luminous. And you could see she was shining with light. She was just beautiful. And when she left, there was light leaving this world. And so, ask God and your Guru to help you to be a channel of light, to be a channel of beauty, harmony, calmness, of all things that are positive, to send them out into this light. And maybe you feel, am I ready for this? I'm not always that positive. I'm not always free of anger or irritation. How can I be this? How can I do this? And you know, Yogananda once wrote to a disciple. He said, if you permit me, I will gently nudge your every thought until it goes into the right direction. I mean, I don't think there is a more beautiful promise you can have. That your Guru says, if you ask me to, if you permit me, if you open yourself to me, I will enter. I will take charge of your life. And I will make sure that your thoughts go into the right direction, go to the highest expression. And you know, in these days where so many people are suffering, they lost their loved ones, they lost their jobs, their financial security, and maybe they lost hope. And it's easy in those situations to get angry, jealous, to see things negatively, to believe in conspiracies. And of course, they don't have a very nice life. Because they realize, I am totally out of control over my life. But so are we, everyone. It's kind of like in an earthquake season. You don't know when it's going to hit. Is it going to hit you or not? You can't do anything. I mean, we can do some things in the situation. But it's easy to feel helpless. And helplessness often breeds the less nice consciousness, the contractions, the negativity. But as a disciple, as a devotee, it's a totally different story. And talking to many who practice Kriya, it was so wonderful, or is so wonderful to see how people tell me, and they might have lost their jobs too, no? Or lost people, loved ones. They say, it's a good time. I have more time for my practices. And to really go deep and to really connect with God and my Guru. And I can study. I can do all these things that normally I'm so rushed. And so most of the people I talked to had only very little cause for fear, and they didn't get into it. They used their practices to work on it. And what also several said, it's great for living in the moment. To just be, to connect, to open yourself and say, whatever this is, Master or God, whatever lesson I can learn here, I'm here, I'm ready. And so for us who want to be beacons, who want to be warriors of the light, we can touch many people. Our families, our co-workers, our social friends, social media friends. If we remember to keep our energy really high, to ask the light to stream through us, to consciously share the light, to make sure, like Paula said, don't allow any negativity, any darkness in your life, but be a place, a consciousness full of beauty, of harmony, of calmness, of hope, of sending light into all the troubled areas, to all the people you know. You can make a difference, and together we can change this world. We can heal this world.
I would like to do a visualization with you. And first sit straight, take a deep double breath, and relax. Once more. Tense, and relax. Now try to go deep within the center of your being, the inner spine, and go into the place of your heart. And feel it, be aware of it, and ask God and the Masters to fill it with love, compassion, and light. And feel how with every breath, with every heartbeat, this light goes stronger, brighter, and all-encompassing. Now try with this light to fill the room you are in. Always more light. Let it expand into the neighborhood, let this light, this compassion, this divine love fill all the houses in your area, fill the whole town. Ever more expansion happens. With God's help, this light becomes stronger and stronger. It fills the whole country. As it expands, it touches the hearts and the consciousness of the people, dispelling anger, fear, hate, and substituting it with God's love and with God's light. It expands, this light, it expands over the oceans, over the continents. And we can feel and see, imagine these little lights as they travel, as they touch consciousness, hearts, dispel fear, anger. And we see how it fills our whole planet. We can visualize it floating in space. This beautiful blue planet. And we see how a whole net of little lights surround it, protect it. And we see the light coming from all of our communities, from all the devotees, from all the people with goodwill that are all working together. No matter what creed, what color, what nationality they have. There's many of us. And we fill this beautiful planet with lights, with a net of protecting light. And we see the net becoming stronger and stronger with every heartbeat, with every prayer that we say to God. Please fill this planet with your light, with your love, with your compassion. Make it whole. And as we see this planet, let's see it as an organism that breathes together with us. And that with every breath that we do together, with all the beings on this planet, let us feel how the light heals all the wounds, all the imbalances, all the hurts. And how with every heartbeat of us and of our united heartbeats, the heartbeat of this planet, the heartbeat of all beings, beat together, and let us experience this and really feel that we are one. There's no separation. Separation is all imaginary. In deep truth, we are all one. We are all God's creation. We are all filled with God's love, with God's light. And let us now meditate for some time, still being aware of our heartbeat, and feel that with every heartbeat, With God's help, we expand this light and we fill ourselves, all beings, the whole planet, with love and God's light. And feel also that with God's infinite power, nothing is impossible. All is filled with God's love, with God's light, and with God's all-healing energy.
Let's do our affirmation. God's light is within me and around me. With the sword of faith in my hand. With the love of God in my heart. I am a warrior of light. I join my brothers and sisters everywhere to overcome fear with faith, hatred with love, disease with health. Let us fill the world with God's light. God's light is within me and around me. With the sword of faith in my hand. With the love of God in my heart. I am a warrior of light. I join my brothers and sisters everywhere to overcome fear with faith, hatred with love, disease with health. Let us fill the world with God's light. And now focus in the spiritual eye and repeat mentally with great spiritual power, sending these words out like a beacon of light. God's light is within me and around me. With the sword of faith in my hand, with the love of God in my heart, I am a warrior of light. I join my brothers and sisters everywhere to overcome fear with faith, hatred with love, and disease with health. Let us fill the world with God's light. And let's rub our hands, ask that the divine light fill us, go through us like a strong beacon of light into all the dark spots. Great warriors, thank you for joining. Thank you for being. Thank you for everything you're doing to bring light into this world, to bring hope and healing to this world and to all people.